I assure you, I'm anything but interested in you.
Good.
Quite.
And I anything but interested in you.
Wall Street has a love-hate relationship with Netflix. Even while the streamer spent billions on content, investors cheered on the company's ever-growing subscriber count. Until the first quarter of 2022.
Netflix just lost billions of dollars.
For the first time in a decade, Netflix lost subscribers, and the stock responded by falling off of a cliff. Netflix stock dropped 35% the next day, erasing $50 billion in market cap. But is this because Netflix is falling apart, or because Wall Street has never really understood what Netflix is?
I think Netflix was extremely overvalued.
But look, I made you some content.
When Netflix jumped into the original content game a decade ago, it touted its unique content algorithm.
This algorithm that it keeps telling its investors about, that it keeps telling the world about, we can predict what you're going to want to watch next, and we know what type of original content to make based on what you're doing.
And Wall Street bought in big time.
I mean, this company was valued by 2014, 2015 as a huge big tech company. The fact that FANG existed, and it was Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Google, and Netflix, said a lot, because those companies are also data-driven, also very algorithmic, also very product-heavy.
Netflix has always been considered a tech company living in the media world, but it spends billions on shows and films just like any other Hollywood studio in the entertainment business.
That's a hits business. That is a quality business. I think Netflix really started putting forth quantity over quality, which is what we can see in the subscribers who are choosing to leave and the competition that's picking up.
Oh, well, do pardon me.
To be sure, Netflix has revolutionized the entertainment industry and has produced plenty of shows and movies that have entered the zeitgeist and won critical acclaim. But tons of faith and value have been put into a business with essentially a single revenue stream: subscriptions.
A lot of that blame comes on the market itself. It comes on Wall Street, where they looked at a company like Netflix and the stock was going for $700. That's on par with a Google and an Apple and a Facebook. But unlike those companies that have different tentacles, Netflix does not have a lot of tentacles.
But Wall Street hasn't completely lost faith, and Netflix says it has plans to get back on track. One way it plans on doing that is through something CEO Reed Hastings said would never happen: allowing ads on the service.
You just gotta try.
But an ad tier may not be the saving grace Netflix thinks it is. It could boost revenue, but at the same time it may not bring in new subscribers, but rather cause the users they already have to pay less.
I am never gonna financially recover from this.
Creating longevity out of their investment is going to be the #1 thing the street is looking at. If Netflix can start creating the type of quality entertainment that convinces someone who may have switched over to HBO Max to finally switch back over to Netflix, I think Netflix is back up, not to what it was pre-late 2021. I think Netflix was extremely overvalued. I think Netflix is back up though to, maybe $300 in stock.
So this may not be a downward spiral for Netflix, but rather growing pains for the king of streaming as Wall Street learns what Netflix actually is.